Alright guys, I just wanted to make this video because as you saw yesterday, I made a video about the Mortal Kombat Legacy collection not having any lobbies or online ranked, which is, it sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. There's no changing it. But I want to talk about, is Mortal Kombat as a franchise dead? Well, I don't think Mortal Kombat could really ever die. It very much could if it goes down, if it keeps going down the way it's going. But like, it can't ever die just because it's so insanely popular. Like, people might think like, oh, Street Fighter is way more popular than Mortal Kombat. No, it's not. No, it's not. Mortal Kombat is way more popular. It's the most popular fighting game ever. So, and this is one of the most popular video games ever made. Like, just in general, or gaming franchise. Like, everyone knows Mortal Kombat. So, it's really a little bit too big to fail, but also it is sort of failing, but not really. Like, and here's why. So, Mortal Kombat 1, a lot of people didn't like the game. A lot of people didn't like the game. But a lot of casuals did. And guess what? Mortal Kombat is filled to the brim with casuals, okay? The competitive scene for Mortal Kombat is not as popular as Street Fighter or Tekken, or is not as vital to Mortal Kombat's existence. Like, Mortal Kombat could just make a funny, goofy game that plays weird or funky and whatever, and has fun things. I don't know where that came out. Fun things. It has fun things in it. And it could still do fine. If anything, it could do great. Because that's not Mortal Kombat's like main player base. Rather, with Street Fighter and Tekken, Street Fighter and Tekken, those are like competitive games. Like, you play them, those are like the esport fighting games. Like, especially Street Fighter. Like, Street Fighter, that is the fighting game. Like, that's the competitive fighting game. Everyone was like, they want to be a Street Fighter legend. So, I'm just saying that Mortal Kombat doesn't need the competitive players to succeed. Although it is cool to have it, and it is still a big part of the player base. I'm not saying that like Mortal Kombat is filled to the brim with bums who just are casuals. Like, there are good Mortal Kombat players, competitive Mortal Kombat players who have been in the scene for a while. And a lot of them, they left after Mortal Kombat 1 because Mortal Kombat 1 was just so bad. And the thing is that Mortal Kombat 1 wasn't bad. There's 3 tiers to how bad this was. So, the first one is the monetization, which they eventually fixed. Guys, look, I just want to say something before I go into this. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, okay? You could see my arcade. This is the arcade 1-up behind me. I love Raiden. I got the Mortal Kombat 2 arcade 1-up. By the way, this is like the Midway Classics collection, whatever, when I got this. And, I mean, it's not terrible, but I would have massively preferred a different arcade 1-up machine. I'm sorry. My mother bought this for me, but it's whatever. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat. That's what matters. So, but either way, yeah. So the Mortal Kombat monetization in Mortal Kombat 1 came out, and it was so bad. It was terrible. Like, I don't know if people remember how terrible the monetization was. So the monetization in Mortal Kombat 1, it came out with, you had to pay $20 for like 3 fatalities. You had to pay like $10 skins, $15 skins, sometimes even $20 skins. So they eventually toned that down. But when it first came out, I mean, it was really like trying to steal every last penny from you, which people weren't taking. So I'm happy that we fought back and took that victory. But then the gameplay was also a little bit lackluster. And ever since MKX, they have really like toned down how fast the game is. Like, MKX, I think, was the fastest the game ever was. Like, it was just so fast. Everything was happening at 30 miles per second. And then you got to MK11, which is way more slower. And then you got to MK1, which is even slower. And then MK1 was even slower in the beta. Like, during the beta of MK1, it was even slower. But then they sped it up a little bit. And then, the cameo system really wasn't like that. In my opinion, like, it wasn't really that fun to use. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can swap your cameos, you do mixed match stuff, it's whatever. But it's like, I just want to play Mortal Kombat. Like, sometimes I just want to go in the 1v1 and just play the game, Like, I don't want to do this. It's not like a tag fighter. And, no, it's not. Look, it would be fine if it was a tag fighter, actually. But the cameo, like an assist fighter, that's where you lost me, because Mortal Kombat has never been that. It's never been that. So I don't understand. So the only assist fighter that I can think of like off the dome is like Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 and 3. I'm pretty sure like you couldn't swap characters in those ones. So I don't even know, and those are more arena fighters than they are assist fighters. So I have no idea what an assist fighter even is. When I hear people call the game an assist fighter, like I want to hear an example of an assist fighter because I have no idea what an assist fighter is. Could someone explain that to me? I have no idea what that is. If you're a one-on-one or you're a tag, like you're Marvel vs. Capcom, you play as all your characters. It's not an assist fighter. You're like, yeah, they have assist moves, but it's not an assist fighter. You get to turn into your characters. Like, why would I... Like, this game has 2 separate rosters. You have the cameos and the regular roster. Like, I could pick Scorpion and Scorpion. But I can't play as Scorpion. I can play as Scorpion, and then I could call in Scorpion for an assist. Why not allow me to play as Scorpion Sub-Zero, and I could call in Sub-Zero for an assist, and then mid-combo, I could, like, tag in Sub-Zero, and then bada bing, bada boom, Sub-Zero's coming in. What's happening? And I can play as Sub-Zero, continue the combo, bingo, bongo. You had that mode already in Mortal Kombat. You had an MK9. Go watch my MK9 video. I played through the whole MK9 tag ladder with my cool Mortal Kombat controller. Look at this. It's given to me by one of my best friends. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful Mortal Kombat controller. What are we doing? What are we doing? Mortal Kombat is such a good franchise. It's not even like these games have. Thought my control's about to fall. These games have the best fighting game story. I'm sorry, out of all the mainline fighting game stories that I know of, which is the Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat ones. I mean, I don't know, like if SNK has, like if a Final Fight has, not Final. What? Fatal Fury. Where did I get Final Fight from? I'm losing it. I really am. I don't know Fatal Fury's story. I don't know Soul Calibur's story. I don't know Virtual Fighter's story. I'm sorry. And I guarantee you it's probably worse than Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry. And look, a lot of people like Tekken's story. A lot of people like Street Fighter's story, which is leads into my next topic, the story. This game's story is hot garbage. It's garbage. Terrible. Awful. Disgusting. Putrid. Every noun and verb, adjective, adverb in the book. It's terrible. Terrible. When the game first came out, and I played through the story for the first time, because honestly, it didn't start off that bad. I was really mad that they ruined my man Raiden, which I also have. So I don't know where he is. He's somewhere here. I got a Funko Pop, and I didn't know you weren't supposed to take the Funko Pops out the box. I took him out the box, and now he can't stand up straight. I'm sorry, Raiden. You deserve better. But like Raiden is not a god anymore. He's like regular dude, and he's working with Kung Lao. I'm like, you just swap places. Like Liu Kang is now Raiden. Raiden is Liu Kang. That's it. So, and it sucks because it's like, dude, Raiden's so much cooler as a god. Why is he not the protector of Earthrealm? Like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Like, I just want him to be like, he lost his eyes. He has regular eyes now, not those cool like lightning like pupils, like pupilless eyes. Like, he's not a god. It's so weird. And why is Liu Kang the god? Like, I don't get it. And I mean, I do get it because I played all the Mortal Kombat games. It's like, I'm not stupid. Like, this is just how the story went. But it's like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, and it also doesn't feel like necessary. It kind of feels forced. And then the game, I like the story though, because honestly, I can get past that if the story was actually pretty good. To be honest, like Sub-Zero's like villain arc is so contrived, so forced. Him and Scorpion's little like tuffle, snuffle, whatever, so forced. Shang Tsung, I like how Shang Tsung was getting led by Damashi. That was cool. I like cool little callback to Mortal Kombat Deception. Although you'll never go back to 3D Mortal Kombat. If you wanted to do that, go back to 3D Mortal Kombat. Let's see that for a change, huh? Let's see that. I want to see that. I'd like to see that. Would you like to see that? Let me know. I don't know. I would like to see that. So Damashi was leading Shang Tsung, and Shang Tsung like was doing all this stuff, but actually it was Kronika. Woohoo! But who was it? it was actually evil Shang Tsung from the other timeline. So technically, both timelines at the end of Aftermath and MK11 were true, and the other evil Shang Tsung, who was always evil to be honest, but the other Shang Tsung was leading that Shang Tsung to do crazy stuff to this reality, but then every reality was right. So you do some crazy end game multiverse thing lead up in one game, which makes no sense. And it was like the tower, the pyramid of Armageddon and all this stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is the first game of your new story, and you do this? It's pretty much like it was like if you had a story that you just built, but you wanted to make people believe that you were building this for like 15 years. Like, I feel like this should have been the climax of a story for like 15 years. Like, it was so unsatisfying too. Because it's like, dude, what just happened? Like, we went from a grounded, well, Mortal Kombat and grounded don't go together, but we went from a somewhat grounded story, like kind of, it wasn't anything crazy, but it was making sense. To then we went to like this end game level stuff. We went from 0 to 100, and like we went from Iron Man to Endgame. And then no movies in between. Like, it just became, you had Iron Man 1, and he's like, truth is, I am Iron Man. And then he's like, truth is, I am Iron Man. And then he dies. And then that's it. All in the same movie. And it's like, what's happening? Like, at least with Mortal Kombat Armageddon, like the original Armageddon, that was built up between Mortal Kombat 1 all the way up through Mortal Kombat 7. Like, and then Mortal Kombat 8 was Deception. Mortal Kombat 8 was Armageddon. So it's like, what are we doing, guys? Like, really, what are we doing? Oh, no, that was Mortal Kombat 7 is Mortal Kombat Armageddon. So Mortal Kombat 5 was Deadly Alliance, and then 6 was Deception. 7's Armageddon. So, like, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? The story was so bad, and then they added a DLC story. I completely forgot what the story was called, by the way. That's how bad it was. It was so bad, guys. This story, quite literally, is one of the worst stories Mortal Kombat has ever produced. Ever produced. I'm not even going to get into that. If you guys don't know it, look, that's a whole other subject for another day. But then, not only you do that, okay? Mortal Kombat 9, in my opinion, was the last really good Mortal Kombat. Well, no, Mortal Kombat X. I'm sorry. I can't do Mortal Kombat X like that. I do like Mortal Kombat 9's story a little bit better, but the Mortal Kombat 9 story is a little bit stupid because they changed parts that they didn't need to change. Honestly, it was still a fun story though. It gets the job done, and it was a fun story. Same thing with MKX. I can't even get mad. I'm not even gonna lie. Mortal Kombat 11 story wasn't. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't terrible. Like, it got the job done. It's a fighting game story. I'm not expecting the greatest stuff here, but I'm just saying, like, what's happening in the story? I don't know. They just keep adding new things. And look, it's a fighting game story, and I'm okay with it getting the job done as long as it's entertaining and it's fun. But then Mortal Kombat 1, you threw it out the window. You completely threw it out the window. It was so bad. And then, not only that, in Mortal Kombat 9, was the last game where Cyrax and Sector were playable characters and in the story. Every other game after that, they've either been playable characters or in the story, not both. So in MKX, they were a playable character, they weren't in the story. In MK11, they were in the story, but not playable characters. So now they're going to be playable characters and back at the story. So let's see how they do. Well, they gender swapped Cyrax and Sector. Why would you do that? When people say, like, oh, you gave Sector and you give Cyrax a like African accent. Dude, Cyrax is always African. You go back to MK9, he was African. You go back to MK4, you go to MK Gold, he was always African. That was his character. And Sector was always Chinese. Like, that's just how it was. So, like, that's a moot point. Like, people are complaining over nothing. They just want to be racist. They want an excuse to be racist. Like, oh, Cyrax is African. Let's get this African out of here. I hate the Africans. No, he was always African. Let's tone it back a little bit. But he was not always a female. And I have no idea why you gender swapped legacy characters. Make a new character. Is that too much to ask for? When you look at Mortal Kombat 1's roster, I can't even list you one new character. I'm trying to think here. I don't think there is a single new character. I mean, and they completely ruined Tanya's design. Tanya was, I mean, I'm not even going to get into it, but Tanya does not look like Tanya. I'll put it like that. Even if, like, that was like racially insensitive when they first made it. I don't care. Just make it how you had it before. And then not only that, ever since MK9, you have consistently declined with the sexiness of the woman, which look, I'm not the one who like plays the game for the sexiness of the woman, but it's like that's always been a Mortal Kombat. It's kind of like a Mortal Kombat thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of a fighting game thing, sort of like. Most fighting games are made by Japanese companies, and we all know Japanese people. They're a bunch of gooners. Okay, they just like to sexualize everything, every little female, every little female, and that includes minors. I'm not kidding. But like Mortal Kombat has always had the scantily clad women. That's just how it is. That's how they made it. That's how they made it. They want to be like everyone else. Okay, so they made the game. They had the revealing outfits. That was kind of part of the thing. Well, my favorite was Shiva. But either way, in MKX they massively like clothed up the women, and then they did the same thing for MK11, and then they're doing it again for MK1, which makes no sense because I mean the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection just came out, and we see the classic costumes. These classic costumes are cool. Like they're nice. They're cool costumes. Like if you can modernize those costumes, it's not gonna kill you. Like, I don't get that. Like, and Mortal Kombat is the only game where I know the costumes drastically change between game to game. Like, I mean, I get it, but I also don't understand why you don't include the classic costumes with them. Like, why are there not classic costumes for all my characters? Or classic costumes be the default, and then you could change to the alternate costumes. Why? I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Like, it's cool if you make good costumes. And mind you, they even kept the scantily clad women all the way up to Armageddon. It was really when NetherRealm got involved, and I don't understand. They DEI'd Mortal Kombat, which hasn't happened to any other fighting game. Like that hasn't happened to Street Fighter, and it hasn't happened to Tekken because they're both Japanese studios. So I don't think that happens over there. But of course, the one American studio, they get DEI'd, and then now they got all this BS with Mortal Kombat and the woman and the game and the gender swaps and all that. And like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Can we just have Mortal Kombat? If you're gonna bring back legacy characters like Sector and Cyrax, keep them like Sector and Cyrax. Why do that? I know John Tobias has to be rolling around in his chair. I don't know. I was about to say he's great, but he's still alive. Like, why are you doing this? I don't know if Ed Boon signed off on this. I don't think he did. I think Ed Boon is there just, he's a project manager or whatever, but I don't think he has like full control of the games like how he used to. Because he's not the lead programmer. He's not. But when he first made the games, he was the only programmer. But he's not the lead programmer anymore. He's not. He's just there, chilling out, posting on Twitter every 4 minutes. I mean, I get it. Like, Mortal Kombat is his thing. Ed Boon, he is Mortal Kombat. Like, Mortal Kombat is in Ed Boon. I love Ed Boon. If I got to meet Ed Boon, I'd shake his hand, I'd kiss him across his cheek. But right now, Mortal Kombat is on a decline. I mean, the Mortal Kombat 2 movie looks like it's going to be really good. That's another thing. The Mortal Kombat 1 movie was really bad. Like, the new Mortal Kombat movie, not the first Mortal Kombat movie, not the original. It's just everything surrounding Mortal Kombat just seems to be bad or worse. Like, it's just there's nothing good going for Mortal Kombat right now. And I love Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is my thing. I'm the Mortal Kombat guy. I have the arcade machine. I have the controller. I have all the memorabilia. I have all the shirts. I buy all the games. I like Mortal Kombat. This is my game. This is my game. Everyone has their thing. Mortal Kombat's my thing. But it cuts to a point. Like, I play more Tekken than I do Mortal Kombat. I can play more Street Fighter than I do Mortal Kombat. I play more Skullgirls than I play Mortal Kombat. I play more Brawlhalla than I play Mortal Kombat. What's happening to Mortal Kombat? I don't know. You let me know in the comments down below. See what I did there? I'm leaving.
Friendship